This is the Padua Podcast Network.
The pathogenesis is unknown. Epidemiological information is limited. Limited information exists. These kind of caveats show up all over the literature. And just to reiterate, a link has not been found between MIS and COVID-19. And this syndrome is rare. Running a Fever, episode 221. Multisymptom inflammatory syndrome. Welcome to Running a Fever. My name's Michael Davis. You're listening to a podcast about fitness, diet, and medicine. And today, we're in the medical department. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, shy of 7 a.m., and definitely wouldn't say isolated here at the lake. It's a beautiful Northwest Arkansas day on the second day of August 2020. 60s, I believe, temperature-wise. It's really good. I'm actually wearing compression pants and a sweatshirt. My trusty old 2009 Boston Red Sox hoodie, the green one that you may have seen in some of the pictures. And it feels good, very comfortable. So I walk along here. Skies covered in some beautiful clouds. I'll stop right here and try to get a picture. That wonderful orange pink color that I can't really describe very well. I think because it's a combination of different colors. Some fishermen out this morning, definitely on a Sunday. Kind of makes me think of those Bible stories with the fishing apostles, Jesus walking on the water and so forth. Yeah, but as I said, August 2020 in the United States is still COVID-19 pandemic territory. And one of the sort of secondary pop-up kind of alarm topics was this multisymptom inflammatory syndrome, which is particularly, it came up as something that could affect children in association with the COVID-19 disease. And so obviously that's a big concern for everybody, and plenty of mentions on the news here and there. So I just want to get together what facts we have about it and learn about it myself, and hopefully along with you. We all learn together, and that's what this show is about. Living a long, happy, healthy, active life right up to the very end. In episode 220, I mentioned PMIS, or Pediatric Multisymptom Inflammatory Syndrome, as a complication affecting some children diagnosed with COVID-19 disease. And I'm starting to learn more about this. COVID-19 is the disease. The virus, as I've said before, is officially called SARS-CoV-2. So it's SARS-CoV-2 or SARS-CoV-2 that causes COVID-19. Now I've heard about this in the news. I thought it might be a new disease split off, like a strain of the virus from COVID. The first Wikipedia article appeared in May of this year, so it's brand new. It's similar, though, to Kawasaki disease, which was discovered in 1961. So, unfortunately, it would be easier here to describe what is not known about PMIS. Here are some quotes. The pathogenesis is unknown. Epidemiological information is limited. Limited information exists. These kind of caveats show up all over the literature about PMIS. And I guess the problem is that something new to be afraid of spreads like wildfire, regardless of what information is available. Any hint of, something new and dangerous, especially affecting children. So anyway, let's get to what is known about PMIS, or MISC as it's sometimes called, which basically trades pediatric in front for in children and back. So same thing. Blood vessels become inflamed throughout the body. Tends to affect older children. Symptoms start with acute abdominal pain, diarrhea, or vomiting. Also common are low blood pressure, pink eye, rashes, enlarged lymph nodes, swollen hands and feet, strawberry tongue, sore throat, cough, fainting, irritability, and confusion. Morning.
Morning.
Confusion. Wow. Especially confusion in children. Anyway, obviously there are a lot of symptoms. And of course the reason that this disease is getting so much attention is that it is thought to follow COVID-19 in children. Morning. Currently, there's no evidence of a causal connection between the two, however. No evidence of a causal connection between the two. Clusters of new cases have been reported 2 to 6 weeks after local peaks in viral transmission. So it's a case of two things happening together but not necessarily causing one another. The condition is considered rare. COVID-19 generally does not affect children as severely as adults and is more often asymptomatic. So yeah, children are more likely to not have the symptoms or not display the symptoms of COVID-19, and it's not nearly as severe usually. The older you get, I think the more dangerous it becomes. Even Kawasaki disease, which is also rare, but has been known for almost 50 years, or over 50 years, has no known cause. It's thought to perhaps occur in children who are genetically predisposed. And that's the closest disease to this one, PMIS, is Kawasaki disease. Treatment is by supportive care, which is basically just treating the symptoms. This may be sufficient for mild cases. Anti-inflammatory treatments have also been used with good response, with or without steroids. Low-dose aspirin has also been used. Of course, if your child has the symptoms, you should take him to the doctor. Hopefully you would anyway, as the symptoms seem to support it. The Royal College of Pediatrics and Child Health, which is responsible for quite a bit of the study and public information available on this, also recommends that all affected children should be treated as having suspected COVID-19. And just to reiterate, a link has not been found between MIS and COVID-19. And this syndrome is rare. But it never hurts to be informed, and that's why we're here. That's why we're doing this, to be informed and to take knowledge into the future. So I hope in that respect it has been beneficial to you, and I'm really glad you're listening. Some of these episodes we've had a lot more listeners than we usually do, and so if you're new to the show, certainly we'd love for you to hear some of the other episodes we've had and maybe be interested in some of the other aspects of health we deal with on the program. RunningFever.com/221 is where you'll find the show notes to this and complete blog article, including references where I got all this information. There are quite a few. Well, there's several. Anyway, if you're new to the show, catch the fever. And if you're a long-time listener, then keep the fever. And I will talk to you next time on Running Fever.